And a one fish, toothfish. And a one fish, toothfish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, toothfish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, toothfish. Alright, that's probably as good as it's going to get. Alright, that's probably as good as it's going to get. Let me go peek in on the YouTube, see how that's sounding. Let's do. How do you say YouTube? YouTube. Oh, that's Tubi TV. Let's try YouTube. YouTube. There we go. Let's go to my channel. Let's come over here where I'm live. Go to my channel. All right, that sounds fine. Let's come over here where I'm live. Go to my channel. All right. Put that down. Close that. Look at this. Welcome, Mr. Charles. How are you doing today? When we last saw me, I was working on texturing these. I think I want to set up a couple more textures for these, and then maybe we can work on some makeup. That's kind of the plan for tonight. Yo, DJ Ray. Oh, no! 80-mile-per-hour winds with no electricity. I'm sorry, dude. I hope you get power back soon. Everybody catch my main man, DJ Ray, the party animal. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm doing shoes. I want to add an extra material zone to these, though. So we're going to do that because I want to tweak these just a little bit further. We're in a good position with those, but we're going to redo. I think I may have said, where are the shoes? Can't find anything in here. Probably down here somewhere. There they are. So what I want to do is I want to separate this material off from here. Is what I want to do. And then I want to make a couple more. We're going to add, I'm going to make up a shader for this. I'm trying to think. I want like maybe a pink pair and a white pair and a black pair and then this pair. So 4. Hey, thank you for the shout out there for Mr. Ray. You know what? I need a sound for Ray, don't I? We should do that. We need something cool in electronica. Kind of like that, but DJ Ray style. You know what? Let's go. Let's do the sound for DJ Ray. So I think I'm just going to grab a short snippet from Envato. Unless somebody's got a cool idea for a sound you think we should have for Ray. Elements, Envato. Let's go over to. Do we want to do sound effects or music? Let's try transition and movement. We'll do sound effects. Audio. So here we go. Is my name in here? Okay, I don't see anything doxing me, so I can pull this up. I have to be careful with sites. Sites will put like information I don't want you to see up in the corner sometimes. So we are looking at royalty-free transitions. Let's do sound effects. Let's do maybe EDM. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. That's not quite speaking to me. But you know what? We'll put that over there where I can keep track of it. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I wanted something a little more. I can't think of the word for it right now. Techno. Maybe try techno. Maybe do a little techno for Ray.
Audio Jungle.
Maybe not that.
Audio Jungle.
Nope.
Audio Jungle.
I don't think
Audio
so.
Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. I'll know it.
Audio Jungle.
I'm looking. I want short, so that's the reason why we're not looking at music.
Audio Jungle.
Nope.
Audio Jungle.
Sorry. I'm awake.
Audio Jungle. Audio. Audio Jungle.
And ignore the audio jungle stuff.
Audio. 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 Audio Jungle.
Nope. So maybe, but let me try game sounds.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
All right, maybe I'll look at the music. I'll take a quick. I'm trying not to spend too much time, but Ray needs a sound. Ray needs a hell of a good sound. So I think what I can do is there was a thing that's supposed to let me search a little bit better. The music got changed a little bit here. And there's a way to make it. I want to maybe really short clip, so we'll take this and put that way down. See what we can get for 10 seconds. Actually, I might be able to get a short little 10-second. Maybe not that. Nope, I didn't like that. I don't think so. Nope. Maybe we try. Did we get EDM? There we go. That's Ray. I don't like that. Maybe not. That's close. I like that one. Let me see what the usage rights are on that. This has a PRO affiliate, and it also, this stuff gets complicated, so I'm trying to find something without. Let's see if we can narrow it down by usage rights. Exclude PRO, and let's exclude content ID. See if we can come up with anything. Nope. Alright, let's take a look at the rights on that and make sure it's clean. No. Okay, I think I like that one. It just makes life easier. Alright, there we go. That's what we're going to use for Ray. So let's download that clip. I'm going to put that into the project Streaming Spring 2025. Add and download. Let's pop back over to, I got to go into my, I'll close that down. I'm going to open up my download file. Yo, DZ, how are you doing? I'm adding sound to Ray's call out. Someday we'll add sound to your shout out too, when I remember. But in the meantime, there you go. So at some point in the future, DZ will make a sound. But today we're going to make DJ Ray, make a sound. Slowly but surely, we're getting a little more sophisticated here. What am I doing? I'm going to my downloads. That's right. There's the sound. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to go over to the folder that I save sound in. Maybe over here. Maybe in this Twitch folder. Maybe in that folder under my name. There's a thing in here that says sound bits. I'm going to paste that right there. Actually, I'm going to paste it right in here. I know you can't see what's going on. I'm going to pop into here, open that with File Explorer. I'm going to grab one of these little MP3s with FX. Let's try that one. Copy that, move that over into this folder here. Paste. Okay, we're going to do, so we're doing this with Streamer.io. So here, we'll get this up. So we're going to make a new action. I'm going to, you know what, we're going to take the CS action here and we're going to change that. So I'm going to just make a duplicate that, come into here, call this DJ Ray. Say OK for DJ Ray, come over here, create a command. So exclamation point, I think it's a DJ Ray. I hope that's not, hope that's not case sensitive. That would be awkward. All right, we're going to do, I'm going to leave it like this for right now and see if anybody can use it. I will probably eventually switch it over to this stuff, but here we'll leave it like that. Okay. And then we're going to change the sound. We're looking for that sound we just downloaded. It should be somewhere in here. If we sort by, why do I not see date? I need date. Date created. There we go. And then we can sort by that. And I'm not seeing it. What were you called? EDM logo with FSX. There we go. All right, I think that's good. Okay, we'll do that. Hit save on that. I think we do the DJ Ray command now. We should get music. There you go, Charles. Did y'all hear that? I'm hoping that worked. Okay, we've taken care of giving Ray's command noise. Moving along. Slowly but surely, we're just building it up a little bit at a time. Someday we'll get to DZs. Okay, back to texturing. So what I want to do is I want to separate this part of the top of the shoe from this. Right now they're one zone. I'm going to go tweak that just a little bit. We're going to pop back into Blender and make some adjustments on that. All right, Blender's punishing me. I didn't even want to use this file. I wanted to do a new one anyhow. Okay, and we're going to go to, here we go, accessories. I'm going to redo this one here. We're going to add another material zone in here, give it a separate color, and then I'm going to rebake the ID maps. And then I can separate out this from that edge. So I want to do that. So I actually want to change the name of this to, let's tab in. So I think we do this. Do I got a weird gap there? I do have a weird gap there. You're not supposed to have a weird gap there. Bad, Chris. Oh well, if the shoes work, do anything funky, I'll know what's going on. I might need to fix that and then just update the geometries. Or re-rig them. Probably re-rig them. Anywho, what we got here? Are you Soul Edge? Nope. You're Soul Top. You are Soul Top. So I want Soul Padding or something like that. Normally I would call this an insole, but let's face it, this is a sandal. I'm going to call it padding. Let's say Soul Padding. Soul Pad. I'll just say Soul Pad. And let's do that. Assign that to Soul Pad. Let's select the chords. Make things easier to work with. Oh, and these have got these janky ass names too. I don't care. I'm gonna select those and hide them. And then I can select this and then assign all of that to the pad. Assign that. All right, should be good enough. Did I delete? So did I H those? That's better. I may have accidentally deleted them before. All right, that's better. Oh, and then I got to do the other shoe. Wah, wah, wah. Do that. Assign it, hide it, select that, select connected, and assign that. All right, should be good. We'll resave this back out now. And we're going to override this right here. Yes, but I have to select all of this. And then we can do that. And then I can come back over to here. Then I'm going to overwrite this. And I'm going to just do that. And export. I think I'm good. Now we pop back over into here. And I'm going to rebake the ID map. So what that'll do is I'll probably lose the texture right here. That's fine. And I think maybe I'm going to put a little leather or something on that. We have a suede on here right now. Anyhow, let's rebake that ID map. So come in here, we're going to select that what we just saved, which is this one right here. We're just taking a quick peek just to make sure I see colors. I see colors. And then I'm just going to rebake the ID map. I think we're all set up just to rebake that. So let's do that. Looking good. Oh, so this stayed the right color. Did it do it 3 times? I think it did it 3 times, right? Because we got 3 maps. We are fine. Let's go back to painting. Okay, it's updating. So this will probably get untextured. There we go. So now to think what I want to do. So I think I'm going to put the suede on here, and then maybe we'll just put a little bit of leather here and here. Leave the rubber on the bottom of the sole. I think. Then we have, then we can make I want to make like, I said it earlier. What did I say? White, black, and pink, maybe. Unless somebody's got a color combination they really want. This is going to be a light brown or gold. So what am I doing over here? Natural suede is probably right there. So I think we're going to reassign natural suede to this. And then I'm going to get rid of that. And then maybe we'll swap in a mid to light leather. It works better if you spell leather right. I know, crazy thought, right? Lambskin. I don't know. Let's take a look at that. Probably not. Not quite lining up with the vision. You know, leather green. I'm leaning towards not. Oops. It looks like it's trying to update, but it's doing it really slow. Is my stream still running? At times like that, when I want to make sure I'm still moving on. Looks like I'm still moving. All right, there we go. We're caught up. This is another leather suede. You know, I want to try that here. God, this preview just looks nasty. I don't like that. Moving along. Natural lambskin. Let's take a look at. You know what? I think I'm going to maybe darken that just a hair. But I think I'm going to use that. Do I want to use that like that? And then do I want to actually change this or leave it? And I think I'm going to put big stitches in here. And then do I want to put big stitches? No, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to put stitches on the top. And I think I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to tweak this color. I think maybe more of a gold. Maybe not that. Okay, so I think I'm going to update it. Let's adjust the tiling on that. So I think that'll be number 1. So I'm going to swap this out for what we currently have. So let's go take a look at where we left off with those. Boom, boom, boom. And then I think we'll just change the colors or something. Projects and dresses. And this is called Summer Blush. There we go. And then we're going to drill down into the runtime directory and see what we've got down in here. There's the sandals. Okay, I just called this sandals, so I think we'll just resave that and just swap it out for these. And I forget which is which. I think this is like 1001 or something. So anyhow, when we do that, 5 channels with UDIMs, hit export. Patiently waiting, or impatiently waiting as the case may be. All right, there's one set. There's the second set. We're holding our breath in anticipation. All right, open up the output directory. All right, starting from here, I don't need all of this stuff. I want these. And we're going to rename that to say I think it was sandals. Was it sandals or sandal? I already forgot. Sandals. Okay, with an S. All right, we used the renamer. We're going to do the 1001 underscore. Let's swap that out for. Do I have a? I got sandals there. We'll put that's there, and then we'll just say 1001 underscore sandals. Let's put an underscore on the end of that. And that should be good, I think. Oh no, those all came back. I don't need you. Did I not rename these? I did, but I left the 1001s in there. Dang it. Get rid of those. I'm not supposed to leave those numbers in there. You fool. There we go. That's probably better. Let's try that. So let's load some of this stuff in DAS and see what we're up to. Control V. I'm looking for my DAS. Where's my DAS? I have a DAS open somewhere, but I don't see it over there. There it is. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's come back down to here. Let's load in a. Here, let's get a Genesis 8 in here. Now, if I kept the names the same, it should still just load in without any issues. Nope. I think I got an extra underscore in there. Let's try to rename that. I do. You are looking for something that says summer blush sandals, and this says accessory sandals. Let's clean this up. Let's rename that. Accessories. There we go. I think I can just remove that, and I probably should be good. If I say stop asking, okay, I think it found them anyhow. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think I've got the right textures. Did I lose? Let's reload them and see how that goes. There we go. That's fine. Okay, so what did I say? White, black, pink. I'm going to leave the gems the same color on all of these, I think. Or do I? Am I? Or maybe I'll just make them silver and gold. I think, well, I think the white ones I'm going to leave, and then the black ones will make silver, and then the pink ones will make them gold. I'm not going to use texture maps for those. I'm just going to change the colors in DAS. So I'm just going to change the colors of the cord, these, that, and that. So let's see. I don't need you guys. Gold armor. Am I using gold armor anywhere? I am, but it's not on the sandals. Natural suede is this. I might use a... No, I'm just going to stick with natural suede. And then there's a rubber in here somewhere. Plastic canvas. There we go. So we're going to do sets of these. Let's put them into a group together. And actually, let's grab the cords. I'm going to change the cord color too. And I'm going to call this tan. And then we'll make a copy of that. Turn that off. I'm going to call you white. Let's tweak this. I'll say climbing rope is currently this. So for white, we're just going to make it light shades of gray. Right. Make this a light gray. Make that kind of a gray and that kind of a gray. Because whites always get blown out in whatchamacallit land. So light gray. It'll still probably be too light for Daz. Plastic canvas, we're just going to desaturate that. Maybe make it a little bit kind of like that. And then this natural suede, kind of the same deal. Whoops. I think I'll go with that. I'll call that the white version. Okay, so all I need now is, I just need a base color for this. So we're just going to switch you over to base color UDIM. Export that. Patiently wait. This shouldn't be as slow as it was the last time because I'm only generating one map. Well, I'm generating 3 maps, but 3 maps instead of 15. That was quicker. Right here, we're going to call you. Okay, let's get rid of all of this. Sandals white. Those I don't need. Keep moving along. Okay, let's duplicate that. We'll do the black one now because that's the easiest for. I don't have to think about it. I guess maybe I will switch these to gold, or at least a gold color. No, silver. This is going to be the silver color. I'm copying, I'm duplicating. Is it just duplicate layers? There we go. Okay, black. Then we make all of this stuff dark gray. Make the climbing rope a dark color. So this time we just kind of come down here. Probably good enough. All right, let's drop a silver on here. I could maybe chrome. So we'll do silver. What do we got? Silver armor. So goes there. And then we're just going to copy, put that on the other beads. I just want the color map though. All right. All right, let's go with that. Maybe I should make that soul darker though. Still doesn't quite feel. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. This will just be the sandals black. Then we'll do a pink version. So basically I'll dupe the white one. And we'll make the beads gold. And I think maybe I'll just leave the cord pink on that one. Or white on that one. Or do I want to make that? Actually, I'm going to make the cord the natural color. We're going to go. So we'll dupe the tan one. I think that's what I'll do. Then we'll set these up, render out these thumbs. So it gives us a little more progress on this outfit today. Play a little bit more with the eyeliner and maybe start doing some eyeshadows in the makeup project. I think that's good. So let's take a look over here. You and you, we're not going to need. You become sandals black. And I'm back over here. Can I keep doing that? Over here is what I want. And I'm going to take that and take the silver armor, and we're just going to drop it inside of here. Hide that. Hide that. Duplicate this. Bring you up. Call you pink. Okay, I'm going to leave climbing rope alone. Natural leather. So these are going to be pinks. Over in here. Maybe something like that. And I'm going to copy. No, I'm just going to eyeball this. So that is good there. Do the plastic in pink as well. Well, maybe a lighter. And then we'll do this in maybe a pink suede. Probably good. You know what? I think I do want that. Actually, I like. You know what? Let's just go ahead and make that pink. Did that look like? Maybe saturate you up a bit. Just a little bit more saturation into that chord. All right, and then I'm just going to throw a gold on these. And we'll just come over here and assign it to all these colors here just to make them all gold. And I think that's going to be, I want to go with that. Or do I want to actually make those pink instead? Maybe a pink gold, rose gold. Yeah, let's do that. All right, or save you out. And I think we're done with the colors for the sandals. I think. Do I want to do worn versions? Did I do dirty versions of the, Chris has already forgotten. I did do dirty, so I need to do dirty versions of the shoes. All right, we'll do that. Fortunately, I was clever enough to make a different set for each color here, so this should go pretty easy too. And also it also give me a start on dirty versions for the bracelets and the necklace. And then we just sort of swap the colors out for those. Export. All right, that's done. Don't need that. Don't need that. Just want this. So maybe. Oh, I changed them to pink in it. Do I want? Hey, Loki, how are you doing? Hello, hello. What are my sandals? Underscore pink. Should be good. I got black, white, pink. Let's get all of these. I'm doing well. Thank you. I accidentally made copies. Let's undo that. 1, 2, 3. Control X. Pop back over to here. Control V. Let's make the dirty versions now. So let me get my, I'm so lazy. I've got this dirty shader thing that I just use incessantly now that I've made it. Massive windstorm here today. Yeah, Ray's got a bad windstorm too. He lost power. So the day off for you because you don't want to lose power while you're working, right? Speaking of which, there it is, Storm Raider dirt, and we just dropped that on there. Half the town went dark at 8 p.m. Been off most of the day. Oh, so did you actually lose power, or are you just powered it down? Not yet, but 50 power and wins most of the day. Okay. Well, here's hoping you don't actually lose power. And the utility company's going, dude, we just fixed everything. Or they're still probably fixing stuff, aren't they, from the ice storm? Right, I'm gonna see. What do you say, gold armor? I want the. I want the. Oh, gold armor should go here in with the pink. Here we go, and I'm going to turn on the tan sandals. And I'm going to take a look at the, I think this is going to be good. And this will give me the basic necklace and bracelets in dirty mode. So let's do that. Control Shift E. Sadly, still hundreds in the air without power from the Armstrong. Dang. In a few more weeks. I don't, how can you, that is just ridiculous, man. All the, no, you see, the ice storm weeded out all the weak ones, so now you've only got strong trees left. All right, let's do the 5-channel UDIM. Let's export that. Hey, Napsmore, how are you doing? You know about 30 trees that came down around town today? Just when the weak ones thought it was safe to come out again. All right, there we go. All right, let's do some renaming in here. You're not supposed to be... Oh, no, no, I'm in the wrong folder. There we go. This is the folder we're looking for. All right, we're going to rename all of this stuff. Everything gets a worn. So you know what? We're just going to say, we're going to swap out accessories for worn. So let's do that. Let's, first things first, let's just replace accessories with worn, like that. Okay, and now we're going to swap the 1001s for sandals. Oops, let's try that again. 1001s are going to become sandals. I want to put an underscore in there. Yep, okay. Let's apply that. 1002s are necklaces. Try that. You know, I can grab both of these, all of this at once, right? Did I have 10? I have 10 selected. Rename 1002 is necklace. Should be good. And then 1003 is bracelet. And that should be good. All right, we're ready to shuffle stuff around. Let's move the sandals over to here. Let's move the jewelry all over into here. Let's make some. Okay, now we're going to concentrate on making additional colors. I'm going to focus on the shoes, and then we'll go back and get the colors for the jewelry. And I just want a gold and a silver for the jewelry. But for the shoes, okay, so we have the tan done, right? Just to do that, switch it over to the pink. Hey, it's Rod Shelley. How are you doing? All right, Control Shift E. Just going to do UDIM. Base color. Export that. There's that rod command. There's that Loki command. I did get a chance to add sound to Loki's command. So slowly but surely, everybody's getting sound. You are a wolf. That's right, baby. You heard a wolf. That's right. Loki gets the wolf howl. Are we good? I think we're good. I'm not going to use these two, so we're going to trash that. I'm going to come over here and rename you. Worn sandals, worn sandals, pink. You had to get your right eye checked today. It still works. And you liked your new eye doctor? Oh, nice. You liked him so much you're posting the link. All right, that looks good. Let's move over to here. Let's do the black, which will give me the silver beads. I'm going to maybe, yeah, that'll be fine. And then I'm going to maybe do, anyhow, let's do, so white. Let's do white. That'll be good. I'm not going to do white jewelry though. Control Shift E. Let's do that. Close base color UDIM. That's fine. Export, export, export. She's deaf, easy on the eyes. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's an eye doctor. Make an appointment. There was a although I don't think I want to travel quite that far. I think that's done. Okay, so this one's worn white. I'm not going to keep those two. Change you. I gotta see sandals in here. Okay, a couple more to go. Two away. Let's get the black out of the way. Yeah, all of a sudden she's getting patients from New York. Exactly. Didn't I have a gold in here somewhere? Oh no, no, they were silver, but you can't really see them because it's doity. Got it. All right, Control Shift E on that. I'm going to do export. I think maybe I will use the jewelry colors for this one though. And maybe I'll do a version with gold. You know what? I'm just going to hunt down. Yeah, we'll just use that gold armor and apply it to everything and save that out just for the. All right, I know what I'm doing. Come on. Come on. Okay, actually, am I going to keep that? I'm going to redo these. We'll come back to those. So that's the worn sandals black. Now I'll make a. We're going to set up the necklace for a black and a silver version. I think we'll do that, and then we'll make worn versions of those. I think I'm just going to swap the color maps out for that though. Worn underscore sandals underscore. Are you black? You are black. You're the black. All right, let's cut these. Control X. Let's pop over to here. And you are sandals, so we'll push you over here. I think we're good. I think we're good. Where am I worn? Did I put my worn? I do have the worn sandal roughness. Okay, we're good. We're getting there. Okay, so I'm going to turn you off. I'm just going to focus on just silver and gold bracelets and so once again, I think where's that? Let's do the gold. And I think I'm just going to no, maybe we'll just do that. And we'll just do that. Now I'm just going to save the colors from those. Export that. Speaking of which, when I reconnect the cut squares, you should not switch me back to tries. It shouldn't switch you back to tries if they weren't tries before merging. So it should be good. If you had one part that was tries and another part that was quads and you put it together, I'm not sure. It's going to go one way or the other, and I don't know which order it would. But if they're both quads, they should still say quads when you merge them back. I would think. I could be wrong. It is Marvel's Designer after all. With the crappiest selection tools known to man. Well, maybe not the crappiest, but they're pretty bad. I don't need that one. I'm gonna call you. You're the necklace, so you're necklace silver. You're the bracelet. You're gonna be bracelet silver. keep moving along. Okay, you're off. We're gonna make this should save the golds. At least I hope it does. You're gonna drop a mini flood to the Discord though to make sure I do have the DAS part down. Can you check after stream? I might be able to check after stream. We'll see if my banker's gotten back to me or not. Hey, is that art? Cool beans. Come on. Come on. One more texture. I just need to look over the list to tell you if you're missing anything. I think I can do that. Hold on. I'll close. Pop back over here. We're gonna rename you. Go away. You get to be necklace gold. You get to be bracelet gold. Bracelet gold. All right, those are good. Let's make some worn colors now. We're going to take these guys and we're going to slide them back into here. So that should become a dirty color now. So there we go. And that's going to be worn gold. Export those. Impatiently wait. We have banned another bot. Way to go, Charles. Most excellent, dude. Almost. One more to go.
Chris, pay attention.
What? No hable español, señor. All right, this is worn gold. Worn necklace gold. This is worn bracelet gold. All right, and then we need the worn silvers. And then I think we're done with the texture making for today. And then we'll go over to DAS. Play with that for a little bit. I think that's going to just... I super believe that's going to work. So we're going to start our textures now before it finishes refreshing. Hey, Charles, you missed the post earlier. It slipped past. Where did it go? Are you going to call it Aaron in the night? You'll catch me on Thursday. All right. We will catch you later, Charles. Take care. And that's the reason why Art was shouting you out. Okay, we've got our colors out. Okay, that one we don't need. This one is worn silver. This is worn neck. This silver. I already had a... Let's try to be consistent with my capitalizations here. And this is worn bracelet, silver. Should be good. All right, these are the jewelry colors. I got 8 of those. Excellent. Let's cut those. Let's pop over here. Let's put those over where they belong, right there. Control V. All right. Jesus, it's already 20 past 8. All right, let's kind of get these set up. Let's get the new colors on the sandals. What do we got? I got that. I got that. I have not saved this yet. Okay, we're going to speed things up here. So we're going to kill the smart content. Smart content must die. There we go. Come over here. We're going to stop our CMS. We're going to say smart because fast doesn't seem to be that smart. All right, excellent. Let's save you as a SB bracelet. I think we're good. I want to change the material settings on these. I want to, well, here, let's, did I do a thumbnail file for this? I'm going to save you and then we're going to tweak things. Let's do that before I forget. Material preset. Actually, I don't know what I had selected. Okay, now I got the right thing selected. Material preset. SB sandals. Let's do that. That all's probably good. All right. You're way down there. Okay. So did I must have made a thumbnail file because I've got thumbnails here. So let's open that up. I am looking for summer blush thumbs right there. Do I want to save changes for this? No. I think we're good. Uh-oh. I lost messages. Impatiently waiting for Daz now. I still want to do some more makeup. Quick, spill secrets while he can't see us. Oops. You know what I need to do? I got to figure out a way to keep the bot from propagating into this chat window. There's a way to do it. Dang it, never mind. This is looking fine. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to clean this out. I just got too much crap in here and I can't think. So we're just going to delete everything. Let's reload in a Genesis 8. I know this is a little slower, but still. Hey, I'm a poet and I don't know it. I think I've heard that before. Okay, are you... You're good. I want to check the material settings here. Did I update these? I probably should re-render these. I did re-render these, but I gotta swap these out. So I updated the materials and they look a lot nicer now. And I want to make sure that whatever I did here, I'm going to do here. And let's just straighten these legs up a little bit. Side to side. I think that one goes to 6. I went ahead and updated Daz today. Now all my colors are janky. I can't see nothing. Dark mode, more like invisible mode. Let me see how these are looking. Let me see if I can remember. So these, let's come here into surfaces. I'm going to grab all these pearl parts, these are the ones that I was adjusting. I do have that set to 0.8. I did take the roughness off and make that 0, so I think I'm good. So let's render a thumbnail for this. Did you do the bracelets in MD or Blender? They were done in Blender, and the shoes were done in Blender, and the necklace was done in Blender. Mostly. I did a little bit in Marvelous Designer. Basically, all I did is I took a strip of cloth and dropped it around, and then used that as a guide for making it in Blender. Yeah, so the bracelets are Blender too. And then I just copied. So basically, I kind of made this little thing and then arrayed it along different curves. So I basically used this same part over and over again for the shoes, the bracelets, and the necklaces. It kind of makes them look like a set. That's what I was kind of going for. I'm rendering a thumbnail. That's right. And then we're going to save, and then that was graceful. I've got a ground in here. I don't want a ground in here. Let's turn that off. That's what I kind of like to have, some sort of, it ties the outfit together, right? I do want to draw the dome, but we don't want to see the ground. Ground off. There we go. And there's the tip file for the base shoe. So let me save that out. Somewhere over the rainbow. No, projects. There we go. Dresses. We're getting there. We're getting there. You'll be moving to Blender like in 3 or 4 more products. Learn how to make clips, clasps, chains, pendants, chokers. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Summer blush. People. Genesis 8 female. Clothing. Chris. Summer blush. Overwrite that. Exists. Do you want to replace it? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to pull this back because I know I'm safe now. Okay, let's, and then we can save this as a thumbnail for the material file. So, it's way down here. I'm going to rename this Sandals Tan, I think. Yep, save that. Target file already exists. Would you like to replace it? Yes. All right, let's do... Oh my gosh, I got that stupid thing on again. Oh, I hate it every time I update. Where is that? That's the highlight garbage is back. I think it's in Workspace Customize. Or is it in a tool? It might be in a tool. It might be in the tool. I think it's in the tool. Cancel. So I hate that. When you hover your mouse over something that gets highlighted, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. And I'm in the wrong, you know what it is? I'm in the wrong tool to begin with. That's my problem. I never used this surface selection. No, that's not it. I'm in the right thing now. All right, we're moving along now. We're making progress. I'm hoping that it will help me finally make logo necklace, and after that, name necklaces for the future characters. Cool. Okay, base color. So basically, we're just going to swap out the base colors and save these. Boom. Browse. And we'll do the black. And then we'll just save that right here. I'm going to rename you Sandals Tan. Okay, let's save this as a material preset. Sandals Black. That all should be good. All right, let's change the color. Let's get the pink out of the way. Material preset right there. Sandals pink. Okay, let's do the white. One of these things probably says white. Oh, then we'll do the worn versions. There it is. There's white. Okay. Do that. All right, let's switch over to the worn version. I think for metallicity, worn sandals, metallic, base color. We'll do the tan first. That one right there. Roughness. I got a worn roughness map. We'll use that. And I don't need to change the base, the bumper, the normal map. So this is the worn version with tan. So let's save you. Did I save white? I did save white. Okay. Material preset that. And you're going to be worn tan. Let's start there. Okay, and then we just swap the colors out. Here's worn pink. I'm just grabbing that because it was easy. I still have to do worn black and worn white. That looks like white to me. And we'll get the black. There it is. And we'll render out the thumbnails for these. And I think I'm going to do the necklaces and stuff later because I do want to play with some eyeshadows tonight. Yeah, that's good. Do that. All right, now we'll render. We'll render the tip files, then we'll convert them to the thumbnails. I'm going to look at that at a different angle. That is kind of just... It's not looking really dark. Maybe we render you at an angle like this. See if that helps it make... Is it just my light so bright? You know what? I'm going to go with that. All right, I'm just going to redo all of these. Did I actually render any of these? I don't think I did. If I did, I'm just going to redo them. All right, worn black, looking good. Worn pink. Worn tan. and white. Whoops. Dang it, I accidentally hit the render button instead of the save. Okay, that is, then there's black. Those should be kind of shiny. I hope. They look kind of shiny. Close enough. There, I think that one's black. Pink. Tan. And white. All right, our tip files are all done. Let's convert those into 91 by 91 thumbnails. Let's sort by date so that I think that'll push them to the top. Or am I? Yeah, we'll sort by date. View details, sort by. Actually, I want to view extra large, sort by date. Get rid of that and that, that and that, that and that. That should be 8. Says 8. Good enough. Did I get 8? I got 8. All right. Resize. Looking good. 91 by 91. Okay, now I gotta rename all of these because my resizer adds garbage to this stuff. Oh, and I lost my. So we're gonna replace .tip space bracket .duff bracket with .duff. Should be good. All right, let's take a look. Pop over into here, do a refresh. Yay! All right, we got our thumbnails made for the shoes, and these should work with the G9 version. They don't have any materials on it. We'll double check that. Let's hide. Yeah, I gotta rename that to say G9, don't I? And I gotta go back over here where we got our materials. We should just be able to copy all of this stuff over when we're done. Yeah, that's looking fine. Excellent. Okay. I want to play with makeup now. So I want to try to set up an eyeshadow zone. Last time I did the eyeliners. I have to tweak my eyeliners though, because I forgot to plug it into the translucency channel. So the translucency is coming in and tinting out the colors of the eyeliners. So I have to add that in there to stop the skin translucency from tinting the eyeliners. But I want to get a basic eyeshadow mask set up, and then maybe we can color it a little bit. So I think for right now I'm good with this. I'm going to save the accessories. I'm going to hunt down my makeups. And at some point, I might actually get these moved over to whatchamacallit, Genesis 9. That's going to be tedious. You know what? I think maybe this here eyeliner holder will probably see how that works out. I have the upper lids. Do I have no lower lid in here somewhere? I thought I had a lower lid. How did I do this without a lower? Did I just not save something? No. I've made lower ones. I just don't know where they are. They're not here. Anyhow, I'm going to try to mark off an area here where I want to do eyeshadow, and then we'll see how that works out. Basically, we're just going to make the mask with this. And I think I'll add the colors in Photoshop. I think maybe I'll blur it a little in Photoshop. Anyhow, let's turn that off. Hey, Bones, how are you doing, dude? Good to see ya. I think we still have a Bones coming in. It's been a little while. I'm still seeing your awesome stuff over on Instagram, though. I'm not sure. Is that still what you're going by? Bones Inc. Comic Studio over there on the Instagram? I keep seeing your stuff. It is awesome. All right, we're just going to add a new paint layer in here. I'm just going to make you smaller. I'm just going to color this in here. I think I'm going to blur it out a little bit for eyeshadow. I think I want to put it in here, and I think maybe we're going to come through here. I'm going to start with this. I'm now watching eyeshadow tutorials on YouTube. I'm doing well, thanks. Let's see, how do you do? There we go. I'll bring you around through here. I have to kind of export this out and then test it and see how it's looking when we really put it on in yes. Does this thing come with a blur tool? I really want to soften that out. That's an eraser tool. That's a pen tool. Do you have... That's a smudge. Are you smudge or are you a blur? You're a smudge. I don't want a smudge. I want a blur. Polygon fill. Projection. Paint a long path. I have to blur you in Photoshop. Is that what I gotta do? I am mirror copying. Okay, excellent. Hold on, I'm gonna Google. You would think blurring is so freaking basic. I think there's a filter for it, but it'd be nice if there's a tool. Because I want to just blur this top edge and not necessarily this edge here. Tools, substance painter is the way to create a layer that blurs other layers. Make a layer set, blur mode, pass through, add a blur filter. How to blur, make a filler, set it to, no. Okay, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think maybe I have to duplicate this layer or something. Let's do that. Let's duplicate layers. There we go. I'm going to turn you off. We're going to erase this part here. Then I'm going to blur. And let's set you to... So let's just kind of... Yeah, you worked really well. That's sarcasm. All right. So I'm just going to erase through here. So we're back off that edge a little bit. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to kind of erase the top of this on this layer. See how this works out. And then when I bring this back in, and then I'm going to blur, put a blur filter on here. Add filter. Blur. Blur intensity. Is that what I want? I think I'm going to clean it up a bit on here. I got maybe a little too far out there. We'll take that back just a little bit. Is that, yeah, I can clean up in here. Let's go back here and get that humpty. There we go, the eraser tool again. Maybe back that up a little bit like so. All right, let's see how this works. I think I want to try like something smoky with a lighter highlight in the middle. Just as a starter. And then I'm also going to try a glitter effect. So that's the goal in the next 14 minutes. So we should be able to, I think I'm just saving the base color because this is just going to be a mask and we're going to use the layered image editor. So we're going to export that. Come over here. You're going to be eyeshadow 1. For lack of a better name, until I start figuring out other patterns I want to do with this. All right, let's cut you. Let's figure out where I'm saving all of this stuff. It's probably in projects somewhere. I think I have a makeup directory. I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's try this again. I keep forgetting up here you only have to click once. I keep double clicking, which means I end up in the wrong folder. Makeup, runtime, textures, me, CC Makeup 01. These are all eyeliners. You know what? I probably should reorganize this stuff. So I'm probably going to redo all of these, so I'll probably rebuild them so that this is in a eyeliner folder. Let's do that. New folder. Eyeliners. So now I'm going to break all the files I've made so far. Boom. Now the pet of mine that comes and goes, your cataract. Oh, wah wah wah. Let's put an eyeshadow folder in here. Eyeshadows. Let's do that. All right, let's play Over here, do we have a, we do. She's invisible though. Let's go take a look at that head. That face. All right, let's swap this out for the eyeshadow and see how it looks with the eyes open. And then maybe I'll try putting a color in here. Do I want to leave that in here? I'm going to take a quick look. I think the stream's safe. Texture directory's safe, but I'm not exactly sure. There might be naughty bits in here with the safe stuff. It's not exactly naughty, but you never know. There's uncovered parts. What I'm going to do, let's make a copy of this. And let's come over. I want to eventually delete this, but for today, I'm over on screen 2 navigating through stuff you're not allowed to see. It's a secret. Runtime, textures, CC makeup. Let's put that face right there for now. Where did my eyeshadows go? There it is. I'm going to cut you. I'm going to put you over here. And I'm just going to bring you up. There we go. All right. You know, that weird green color isn't helping anything. All right, let's put this on as an LIE and see how it's looking. I'm just not getting a good feel with it. It's just being black. So let's make a mask out of this. Somewhere in here is something base D. And then let's I'm in the material selection tool. And then let's put an LIE on that. I'm just going to use the color blue for right now. We'll swap that out with a color later on. So I'm just going to add a color layer in here. I'm just going to make you blue. I'm just going to add a mask to that. I didn't want you. This is totally where I just wasn't. Don't scroll down, Chris. Don't scroll down. There we go. Makeup. And there's the mask we're going to use. We'll just use that. Did that work? There we go. Let's see how that looks. Let's accept that. And see if I maybe want to tweak that some. You know, my lights are a little weird in here, aren't they? Lighting in this thing kind of sucks, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. This is a little better. Is that what I want? Do I want it a little... I think I want to start with that. Do I want it up a little further? I'm overthinking it, aren't I? we'll make some adjustments. I think I'm going to start with that. I think I'm going to do like a smoky, a dark gray, and then we'll put a light in there, and then I'll try to put a. But what I do want to do is I do want to prevent the subsurface color from coming through on that. So let's do that too. Which means we've got to pop over to the translucent color. There we go. We want to stop that translucent color from bleeding into that red. And it's coming through at a 30% rate. Although a lot of characters, it comes in at like 55 or 60% even. Which is one of the reasons why DAS characters look so freaking dark, because of the way it treats translucency. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a LIE to this to match that. And this is just going to be black. So I'm just going to do layer image again. We're just going to add a color in here. Actually, let me see if I can actually show what I'm talking about. Let's do a render real quick. So let me switch that. I'm still in my blush thumbnail file, aren't I? See, that doesn't look too bad. But if that translucency weight is like about 5.5, which I was on a character I was loading the other day. Also, let's make this bigger so we can kind of see what we're doing. And I'm getting some weird fringing on that too, aren't I? And that's coming from the translucency. Is there a way to... Do I have to dial that back maybe a little bit? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I need to shrink it. We'll play with that in Photoshop to try to lose this. I'm going to switch this to black. Let's try that. Maybe I don't want to worry about translucency with the eyeshadows as much. It got really ugly when I was doing it with the eyeliners. They were basically coming out like dark brown. And here we go. I'm doing this. Joe and I both had those years ago, got little surgical lenses implanted. It wasn't bad at all. What are we talking about? Cataracts? Yeah. My partner really needs to see somebody about that. New color layer. You know what? I'm just going to make you black. And I want to see how that looks. Did I not just change you to black? You're thinking about it. Okay, you're done thinking about it. Let's accept that and see what it looks like when we render it. And maybe I'm overthinking this. I am doing the translate. I'm going to take this off. Oh, image layer is so fast, isn't it? Am I in the right thing? Did I not, it looks like it's gone. I could have sworn I did it in here. Oh well. Did we not totally have a... Did I just, screw that up? Is that what my problem was? No, I totally had a black in here, didn't I? Maybe that's why it was looking weird. Oh, you see, there it is. So it's supposed to be black, but it's dark brown. And that's coming from the translucency. So let's see if we can tweak that so that it looks like it's black. And I've got 2 minutes left. All right, so I'm going to finish tweaking that. We're going to call it a day. We're going to, what is it? It's Tuesday. We'll find somebody right here in a couple of minutes. Browsing. No, I'm doing layer image editor on the translucency channel. I'm going to add a color layer. Did I forget to add my color layer? Is that what I did? I'm going to make my color layer black. 24-hour marathon stream, and no. Let's add a mask. Here we go. Let's go find my mask. Yeah, I'm looking at legs again. I don't want to be looking at legs. I want to be looking at the last place I was getting masks from. It would be nice if the LIE was a little more integrated into DAS better. It's starting to feel like it was just kind of duct taped on. Time textures. All right, let's use you as my mask. Let's see how this works out. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. There we go. I'm going to accept that. Let's see how this looks. All right, let's do a render. Hey, that's better. I'm not getting the weird fringing either. I must have done something strange. I did do something strange when I did it before. It's not bad depending on how good or key you're talking. Rod, you're bad. I think this is good. You know what? I think we're gonna just set this up real quick in Photoshop. So I'm gonna run maybe a little. Let me check my phone and see if there's somebody. Okay, somebody is waiting. All right, so we're gonna call it right here. Although I think I will. Here, let's do this real quick. Let's pop into Photoshop. I'm going to just add a little bit of glitter to this real fast. And then I'm going to call it a night. And I just need a noise mask is what I'm doing. Do I not have a 4K by 4K? I do. There we go. All right, let's add noise, image. Is it just adjustment, add noise, or where is that? I can never remember. Edit. Nope. Image. Oh, where is the add noise? Is it in filter? Add noise, noise, add noise. I don't know, how high can I crank you up? 400? Might be good enough. All right, let me see if I can. I wish that were a little more. I need something that's a little more speckly. I got to figure out a way to do that. I'm gonna go with that. Let's do 100. Maybe 100 is what I needed to do. Noise, add noise, 100 might work. Might do what I'm want to do Control M with curves. If I bring you, no, let's bring you down here. Bring you down here. Let's take you up this way. And then let's maybe do something like this. Yeah, I think that's going to give me what I'm looking for. And I'm just going to save that as like a glitter layer. And I'm going to put that into the metallicity. If I flip that, I can put that into the roughness channels, and I should maybe get some sort of glittery effect out of that. Okay. Gonna put you over here for just a second while we do a file save as, because I have no idea where this is going to look at. Save as a copy, because I still am not used to that. A decade later, and I'm still saving things wrong. Nope, I'm lost. Projects. It's canceled. Let's cancel that. And let's say export as JPEG. Export as JPEG. And you are going to go. Chris is lost, but that's okay. We're figuring it out. It's going into the makeup folder right about here. And there's the runtime, and there's the textures, and the vanity, and the CC, and this is going to be eyeshadow glitter, makeup eyeshadow glitter. Yep, glitter 1. And that's actually going to be a metal map. And I'm going to Control I. I'm going to save that again. I think I can do that. Export as. Oops, it's over on screen 2 again. And eyeshadow glitter 02. Save that. Okay, I don't need to save this. Let's come over into here, and now I'm going to go into the metallicity channel. I don't have a map in here. I need a map in here. I can't add a map in here. This stupid shader doesn't have a map for metallicity. What the hell? Is it just hidden? Is it just... Bloody hell. What the hell is wrong with this shader? Jay. That's going to make things. Well, what about the glossy roughness? Did dude break the glossy roughness? Glossy roughness, same thing. The spot for the image is missing. Does Daz actually make their maps that way? I've gotten so used to. I've gotten so used to the way they're supposed to be. You're supposed to have the. If I put another shader on here, all right. So I'm not going to do that right now because for whatever reason, is there a parameter that lets me bring that image back in? Is there an option for that? Why is there not an option to get file path? Let me take a look at one of these channels that has a. So layered weight has an image. That's what's missing in my metallicity and my glossy roughness channels for some reason. I'm going to say I don't recall seeing that before. But then again, there it is right there. That says image, right? There's a spot for image right there. Let's go take a look at the other ones and see if this is just missing or something. So let's come back over to metallicity, right? And then we're going to call it a day. And there's not a spot for image. This shader block doesn't have an image for... Can I just put an Uber shader back on here? Does that do anything? Not really. Oh, that's an emissive. I'm going to turn that. Wasn't an Uber. That's the Uber shader right there. Did that bring it back? That did not bring it back. If I put my shader on here, does it come back? See, there it is. My shader has a spot for... Very interesting. Okay, anyhow, we're going to call it a day here. So we've managed to set up the materials for the sandals. I have the files done for the bracelets and the necklaces. We just have to set those up in Daz. And I'm slowly making progress on the makeup. So anyhow, we're going to call it a night here. Thank you all for being here. Do any of y'all like fiddle music? You mean like Numb the Geek? Kevin is a marvelous... Are you all familiar with Kevin? AKA Numb the Geek. He's a fantastic musician. If you want to check out musicians here on Twitch, you can find none better. Anyhow, let's see who's on and let's rate out. Kevin is great. Kevin is great. I love Kevin. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Yo, hey. Buy Loki shit, dudes. Buy Loki shit. And DZ, if you're still around, good to see you. I appreciate it. Rod, Art, it was a pleasure having you here. And everybody, try to follow CS Bond. He's contemplating streaming again. And let's see if this works. Does this work?
Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean. Because, remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
Alrighty. We're going to call it a night here. Let's find somebody. I'm looking for somebody to raid. Who is on in the Twitchverse tonight? So, and if there's anybody over on the YouTube, I'm not sure if I saw somebody there, but thank you for being here. Napsmore. We saw Napsmore pop in today, but he was over on Twitch. It's good to see you too, buddy. What am I looking for? I am looking for... We're going to see if any of the art friends on, and we'll go hang out with them. And if none of the art friends are on, we'll see if any of the other friends are on. If none of the other friends are on, I see Lady A's on. I'm going to dump you all off with Lady A. We'll do that. I think I'm just double checking. Boop, 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 boop. NASA's supposed to have something tonight. Oh, cool. NASA's on Twitch. So you could go check that out on Twitch. But we're gonna raid our friend Lady A Thira. She's actually gaming, it looks like, tonight. She's playing Raft. Jay's played Raft. So anyhow, we'll go over and hang out with her. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. We will be back Thursday, 7 p.m. for more stuff like this. Maybe more makeup, maybe more clothes. I'm not quite sure yet, but thank you. Sweet. We go Wallops Islands for launches. All right, here we do. Let's do this. Hey, I have a Discord. Feel free to join. There is that. And also here's the raid calls. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to use that. If you are a subscriber, you can use the sub raid call / Raid. I'm going to copy and paste Lady Athria just to make sure I don't misspell it. And get that going. Yeah, I think that's working. Let's come over here. There we go. Raid has been started. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. And hope you all have a good rest of it Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby.